Now, you and your administration are being responsive to the views of the people and demonstrating the resolve, courage and vision to bring in much needed reform in the administration of justice.
I'm extremely happy and delighted to see Tomsale and other judges and their family members here tonight. I must tell you that when I was young, the movie that moved me most was Love Story. It was where I heard for the first time that love means never having to say you're sorry. I believe the Prime Minister can and will do all he can to soothe the scars, to heal the wounds, to summon the spirit by which this blessed country was brought about. I believe the Prime Minister can bring about a new climate of trust between the communities.
This government gives its commitment to the Malaysian public. It will begin a process of judicial reform. We recognize that this process must be undertaken with the spirit and belief that no one, or even those entrusted to govern or to make laws, must assume to be above the law. Continues to guard against abuse of its power and is now proposing measures to further solidify and enrich the doctrines of good governance and the rule of law. Ladies and gentlemen, as a result of many events, which culminated in the inquiry undertaken by the Royal Commission into the so-called VK Lingam tape. You laugh, right? I'm aware that the public considers the present way of appointing and promoting judges as inadequate. The absence of a system in nominating candidates has led some to believe that the process is characterized by abuse even where there is none. The government proposes a change to make the process of nominating, appointing and promoting judges more transparent and representative. I am pleased to announce to you tonight that the government is proposing the setting up of a Judicial Appointment Commission. It is to identify and recommend candidates for the judiciary to the Prime Minister. While the constitutional prerogative for the Prime Minister to put forward names to duly yang Maha-Mulia-Sri Paduka Baginda Yang Di-Pertuan Agong will remain, the Constitution will have to evaluate and vet candidates in a systematic, credible manner for the Prime Minister based on clearly defined criteria.
You can tell by the reaction of the crowd here, there are about 600 people here. When the Judicial Appointments Commission was announced, you saw how long the clapping went on. So that's an indication. And that is something we've been asking for so many years. So I was absolutely delighted with that announcement. And certainly I was happy with I was so pleased with the announcement for the families as well as the judges who were involved in the 80th crisis. So there is, to me, recognition that what took place in 88 was a terrible injustice. So we've called a spade a spade. So I'm very happy about that.
Alright, you asked for the ISA
yes.
detainees to be looked into.
Yes, to be looked into. My hopes are that hopefully we can have a discussion with the Prime Minister on that issue. I have concerns because I've been reading about reports of one of the detainees who has been unwell, so I am very concerned about that. So we are hoping that we can at least dialogue about the situation relating to the ISA detainees.
Well, I expect, the Prime Minister should enlist and on the government side to say sorry to him. But what he said, I think my father will be in a way happy what being said by the Prime Minister tonight. Because to me, I feel what has been in all this history already. Now we have to move forward. I think that my father for the last 20 years has been suffering, but now I think look at him today. Now he's a very happy man. But we as a family, we are here just come to support him. And I think my mother also very happy, and all of us are happy now to my expectation. So that's all I can say. I don't want to say much. So.
We are speaking to Mr. Murali from the Penang Bar. Mr. Murali, what is your take on Prime Minister Badawi's speech just now?
I think a lot of people are very happy. It's very encouraging, especially with the setting up of the Judicial Commission. I personally didn't think that it was going to come so soon. The acknowledgement of the former judges from the 98 crisis was also very good. Although it was just short of an apology, I think the acknowledgement and what he said about them is quite acceptable to most of the people here, I would say.
As a legal practitioner, how speedy do you want to see this commission set up?
As what the Prime Minister himself said, now, as soon as possible. Things need to be done fast. A lot has happened over the past few years, and I think the sooner the better.
What kind of members do you hope to be appointed to this commission?
Of course, being a practitioner, I would say there must be members from the bar, from the judiciary, and the AG chambers, of course, and certain civil societies, NGOs perhaps, but that need to be looked at.
So Prime Minister Abdullah Badawi has finished his speech, a landmark speech held by the judiciary. Perhaps most lawyers are waiting for this announcement. People in the industry know the setback that has happened to the judiciary since 1988. So the reforms are coming. Judiciary Commission will be set up to appoint judges. At what speed we shall watch. That is a very bold step for the Prime Minister to make. With the Law Minister, Dr. Zainab Ibrahim, strongly behind this move and probably seen as a catalyst to this announcement by the current government. He has done no harm in his current position as the Prime Minister, although he's under personal attacks by his UMNO members and counterparts, calling for his resignation, resulting from the poor show of the UMNO component party in the recent 12th January election. Prime Minister Ahmad Badawi has made a great announcement, as hoped by the people in the legal profession. Or we shall wait for the beginning of a new chapter in the legal fraternity here in Malaysia. Tun Saleh Abbas and the 5 judges that were sacked in 1988 perhaps can now look to the future and start the healing process. This is Tony for My Blog TV.
Closely, I suppose.